Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. And how are you this morning? It's actually not morning, it's after 1. So good afternoon. How are you this afternoon? Yeah, I have 3 overripe bananas that have been kicking around in my fridge for a little bit, and I'm gonna use them to make something special. What's up, Jada? Are you coming out to cook?
No, I'm not.
You don't need any laundry to be done?
I was gonna take it down.
You're gonna take it down?
Yeah.
Okay, take it down so I can get it started.
I was gonna do the recycling then.
Okay, I'm looking for my Dutch pot. Oh, there. Yeah, because I am gonna put this Dutchie on so it can start warming up. And then I am gonna get a bowl. I'm gonna peel my bananas. Close your eyes. They're very brown, but the reason why they are so brown is because of the sugar content that's in them. Brunch hasn't started yet. Paul is supposed to do brunch, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get these started. At least they'll have something to nibble on. Although they could do toast if they wanted to. Okay, so I think that's going to be the messy part for right now. Just going to wash my hands. Yeah, let me get my apron. There we go. Because I like to wipe my hands on my clothes. So if I have my apron on, then I'll just wipe them on my apron. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mash these babies. This is my made-up recipe, right? And I'll put my ingredients as I go. Okay. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add quite a bit of cinnamon. It looks to me like it's about a tablespoon of cinnamon, because I want it to be heavy on cinnamon. I'll put a little bit more. Put a little of this expensive vanilla. We bought this vanilla, pure vanilla, at Costco for 15 Canadian dollars. 15 Canadian dollars. Yeah. But I guess if you want to use it, you have to buy it. I just think it's better than the artificial stuff. A little goes a long way. And do some nutmeg. That's enough. Put a little oil in. at some point we're going to have to put flour in. Salt. Okay. That's enough salt. And I have to put some oil in the Dutchie now. Okay. Now I am going to put a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sugar. Just a little bit. Yeah. And gotta put a little bit more sugar. Because this is a 1/4 cup and I didn't even put this full. So I'm gonna bump it up to the 1/4 cup. Yeah, 1/4 cup. How has the new year been treating you guys? If you've subscribed here or you're a viewer here, you know that I'm feeling better right now, but I was pooped. New Year's Eve, I went into the New Year's sick on the couch. I just woke up to my hubby saying Happy New Year, but I couldn't even respond because it was bad. And then, that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I was out of it. So my hubby actually made dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. By Sunday, he was trashed, he was pooped, he was feeling just as bad as I was feeling on Wednesday. So I had to take over the kitchen Sunday, and there we are, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now today is Sunday again. So yeah, the girl is back in the kitchen. The girl is back in the kitchen. I'm just trying to get my wooden spoon. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some flour. I am using whole wheat flour because that's my flour of choice. I'm just eyeballing what I'm doing here. Is that 5 or 6, 4 or 5? And then I'm gonna eyeball my baking powder too. Here we go. I'm gonna add a little more oil. So far, I haven't added any liquid. But what I'm going to do right now is get some water and add it at a little at a time. Because it's not going to need much water. See, that's why I don't think it needs more than that. Because I am not really making banana fritter. Banana fritter, usually when we make it, the consistency is so that we can just use a spoon to kind of cut it and drop it. I'm not going to cut and drop here. I am going to make these things into balls. I actually did not need that water, man. Because now it's too soft. I'm going to have to put some flour in. Okay, that should be good. Too soft. I don't want it too soft. It has warmed up quite a bit today. So the snow has been crashing off the roof. By the way, did I open the door to let you guys in? Okay, yes I did. You guys are in, right? You're in. Yeah, I did not need that water. I should have put my hand in there before I added the water. Push this over here. And I don't want to knead it too much. I don't want to have a heavy hand. I want to use a light hand. Okay, I'm going to let the oil continue to heat. And then, yeah, I'm just going to put this to sit for a few minutes. And then while it's sitting and the oil is getting hot, mighty hot, not burn, but I need it to get hot enough so that when I put the, I'm calling it banana cinnamon bites, so that when I put them in, they won't like reduce the heat of the oil. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. Okay, just pull this over it. It's not touching the dough. And in the meantime, I'll just wash my hands here.
different teas that I got from my garden. I think I may share, let's see, about 12 of them with you. Because I can't go through all of them right now. But yeah, just come and take a look.
Yeah, guys, this is my tea cabinet. Now, most of the teas that are down here are teas that we purchased from a tea shop that's in Maynooth, a small town not too far from where we live. Because we don't live in the town per se. We live on the outskirts of the town, right? Yeah, so what should I share with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also 7, 8, 9. This is sorrel. Now, I didn't grow sorrel. I bought sorrel from the store, dry sorrel. But we normally use sorrel as our Christmas drink. A couple of years now, started just keeping it in my tea cabinet so that I can just put some in along with my other teas to make a good, relaxing, immune boosting tea, right? So yeah, I use sorrel year round. Oh yeah, let me take down a couple or a few of them that came from Jamaica. It's so funny because my hubby and I one speaks. Okay, so my hubby and I speak patois in this house pretty regularly since our kids were born. One of them is 17 and one is 27. And they can't tell you a Jamaican phrase in patois. Like it was so funny. We were watching I was watching Irie and Rochelle last night. And it was so funny when Irie said, when the Jamaican local people on the streets are trying to sell her something, and she said, "Me not tourist, you know." I found it so funny when she said it. So I called my 2 sons to find out from them, if you go to Jamaica and somebody's telling you something, what would you say to them? My oldest son, 27 years old, for some reason, he has a thicker accent. My father would say that he sounds like an Englishman, but for some reason, he has a thicker accent than our younger son. Maybe because he was grown up for most of his life in the city, and maybe because, I don't know, our younger son was growing up in the countryside since grade 3, and he's now in grade 12. But my bigger son said he would say, "Me no want it, me no want it." And I found it so funny. So I called my younger son and I said, "What would you say?" He said, "I would say, no thank you." And I said, "But that's English. They will know you're not Jamaicans, because most Jamaicans are not going to say no thank you. They're going to know that you're a tourist." So I let him listen to Irie saying, "Me and a tourist, you know." And then he said that he would say, "Me no want none. Me no want none." And he was actually able to enunciate and pronounce the Jamaican patois better than our older son. So he said he would say, "Me no want none." And our older son said he would say, "Me no want it." But that's how it is. I remember when my niece came here once from Jamaica and they were trying to say something. It was a couple of years ago. And she found it so funny. She was laughing. Yeah. And we did not hide them from patois, guys. We do use patois in the house, but that's just how it goes. Yeah, so let's get back to the herbs, right? This is one that came from Jamaica. This is also one that came from Jamaica, because if you're a true Jamaican, you are not going home to Jamaica and coming back without some type of herb in your suitcase. Okay, if you're a Jamaican here, drop it in the comments and let me know. What do you think? Yeah, I even took this one back. And what else? therapeutic from, this one has been in my cupboard for a while. I think that's more than 12 now, so I'm going to stop. But this one has been in my cupboard for a while. God bless him. May his soul rest in peace. My deceased brother, he died in 2018. He actually sent this for me some time ago. It's Jamaican dandelion seeds. So the seeds are, I think, yeah, there are some seeds that are out of the pot, but yeah. You know what I do, guys? You won't be able to see it. It's so tiny, but this is the seed pod. This is the seed pod. Maybe I'll just do a short with it or something to show you guys. But that's, yeah, Jamaican dandelion, and I actually have the dandelion root. Yeah, I have used some of the root. I don't have much left, but this is Jamaican dandelion root. And these are the seed pods with the seeds. The seeds, as far as I know, my brother told me that you need to, what do I say now? Toast them, roast them. Like in a saucepan, you need to roast them and then grind them. So I'm yet to try it, but yeah, I've used the roots. Okay, now, and it is actually good for leaching excess fluids out of your system, and yeah, any type of therapeutic thing you want to do to cleanse your body, that's good for that. Another one that I took this from Jamaica when I went to my brother's funeral. This one is Jamaican basil, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, it grows wild, and we use it to make tea. If you're Jamaican, at some point in your life, you have had herb tea. We would even go out in the front yard and just pick leaves from the orange tree or the lime tree and put it in water to steep and drink it as tea. This one is moringa. Now moringa, we do have moringa trees. It's pretty common throughout the island. This moringa I reap actually from a tree that's on my parents' property, the property where I was born, where I grew up, and where I lived until I came to Canada. Yeah, so this is dried moringa leaves I use for tea also. Now this one, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's another potent herb, Jamaican herb. It's guinea hen. And studies have been done on guinea hen. It is said that guinea hen can actually help in therapeutic treatment for preventing cancer, right? Guinea hen, hen. Check it out. You can do the research. I'll put the names. Let me just keep them down so I can put the names, write the names out so that you guys can do some research. And then the next time you're in Jamaica, because Jamaica's become such a popular destination now, people are even talking about the herbs that we use for teas and stuff. So yeah, the next time you're in Jamaica, maybe you want to bring some back with you. It's not very hard to bring these things back if you live in Canada. For the States, I find that I've never tried it, but I find it's a bit more difficult because I have my parents, my sister, my brother, they live in the States. So when we can bring back a suitcase full with all different herbs and foods, fruits and stuff like that, they can't do it. So yeah, I don't know how it would be for you guys, but for Canada, I know you can. Yes, you can. This is echinacea, adaptogenic herb, adaptogenic plant. You can use the root. I've never dug it up to use the root, but I have used the petals, the flower, and the leaves, and some of the stalk also. So this one I ground. I've had it since last year. And it's a pretty good one for colds and flus, right? This is this year's one. I have not ground. And yeah, we still have a lot of tea here in our tea cabinet to use. Now, this one I have since last year, thank God. Because this year, for some reason, my calendula, we would say in Jamaica, calendula, we would say in Canada, did not get to the point where I got any flower. But yeah, I do have some calendula here. And usually when I'm using my tea, flowers and herbs and bushes, I put 3 or 5 together depending on what I need it for, whether I have a cold or I'm just doing like a cleanse or I'm trying to relax my gut. Mint. No, this one's not mint. Mint is very good for that too, to relax your gut. Now I have mint and lemon balm in this one. And guys, it smells so good. I wish you could smell them. And the thing about what I like this year is that when I dry them, I was able to keep them green. In previous years when I did like my mint would be dark. This year, not so much. Look at this. You can see it green. And my understanding is that when you are dehydrating or drying your leaves or your flowers, you should not put them in direct sunlight. You should have like a semi-dark space so that they can dry timely and don't get scorched, because when they get scorched in that direct sunlight, that's when they tend to turn brown or black. This one's oregano. Yeah, this all came from my garden, guys. Use it as a herb for tea. Use it to spice up your food. Yeah, oregano is a pretty good one, and it is also good for, it's an immune booster. Anything that boosts your immune system indirectly helps everything else, right? Because you have to have a good immune system for the rest of your body to function properly. So when my immune system went down because of all the stress, echinacea is also good for stress, and so is oregano, good for stress relief, or to help your body to deal with stress, because stress can actually deplete your system, right? And so that's why I have so many of these teas, guys. Yeah, we patronize the tea shop in our small town, but most of my teas here are from my garden. Check this out. I was with in Jamaica, and I think in Britain too, chamomile. But I think in Canada and the USA, we say chamomile. So it depends on where you're from. Chamomile. Yeah. So this one is stevia. Now, I thought my stevia bush was dying because when I went to New Jersey, my hubby had a lot on his plate. And he did well, keeping most of the plants alive. And yeah, the stevia died down, but the root was still alive. So it's coming back now. So yeah, I got some stevia leaves. So if you put 1 stevia leaf in your cup of tea, you don't need sugar. And this is a natural sweetener. If you feel like you need to have some sweetener in your tea, just get some stevia leaves. Actually, get the plant and just pluck a leaf and put it in when you are making your tea. This one is, I'm going to say what we call it in Jamaica first. We call it fever grass. As the name suggests, it's good for fevers and colds, right? And yeah, it is otherwise called, maybe that's the correct name for it, lemongrass. In different cultures, it's called different things. Yeah, in Jamaica, it's called fever grass. So, unfortunately, my fever grass plant that I had for over 5 years succumbed while I was away. So I was just able to reap the leaves, the grass. It smells so good. And so I have some lemongrass, fever grass. This one is chervil. Chervil is pretty similar to parsley. I planted chervil in my garden 2 years ago. And I thought it would have died back just like parsley did. It didn't die. It came back last year. And so I'll see if it's going to come back this year. And it just didn't come back from seeds. It came back from the old roots that were in the ground. I could tell the difference, right? And so, yeah, chervil, as I said, pretty similar to parsley. It's good to be used as a diuretic. So if you drink like parsley tea or chervil tea, you have to make sure you stay hydrated, because it leaches excess fluids from your body, which means that it will dehydrate you if you do not stay liquidated. Sorry, if you do not drink enough liquid. So it's CHERVIL. And the last one, I haven't had any of this yet. I'm gonna have to try it soon. It's the first time I am trying this. We have tons of raspberries around the place, growing wild in every corner and crevice, right? And so I decided that I was gonna go ahead and reap some raspberry leaves. I heard it's good for ladies, and there were monthly challenges, although I'm past that age. No, I'm past the age for monthly challenges, but I have the challenge that goes on. You know that one, when you pass a certain age? But yeah, I understand it's good for that. So I should be having some sometime soon. They kind of stick together. It's pretty cool though. I am so happy with how my herbs turned out. The fact that they look so green and so fresh. Yeah, guys, but that's it. That's quite a bit of my herbs from my tea cabinet that I shared with you. I think it's about time for us to go ahead and start dropping some of our banana cinnamon bites. I'm famous for doing that. I am famous for not turning the camera back on when I turn it off. I don't want them to be so big, so I guess I have to make them smaller. I want them to be smaller. When I'm making cornmeal porridge, sometimes I will mix the cornmeal before I put it in the pot. Sometimes I put it directly in the pot without mixing it. I'm going to mix it now because I want to use this burner. It's the biggest burner on the stove. And so I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the mixture for the cornmeal porridge. Some vanilla, because it has the sugar in it. Stuff with sugar, especially brown sugar, will tend to fry darker. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in the cabinet and grab a spoon. actually, they're not too bad, are they? Ooh, that was a boo-boo. A boo-boo, a boo-boo, a boo-boo. That's it, man. Now I get some salt. I'm gonna put water to boil. Now, when you're making cornmeal porridge, it's all about the feel. Because cornmeal absorbs a lot of liquid. So you just have to pour and see. Usually we put some coconut milk in our cornmeal porridge, at least when I was growing up. Most times here we don't, we just use almond and soy, but I have just put a little coconut milk in my cornmeal porridge. Now, I'm going to put some almond. I'm going to go and get myself a box of soy. Okay, so these are our milk of choice because my hubby and I do not drink cow's milk. I boil the water in the kettle because when I put the pot on to make the porridge, I won't have to wait on it to boil. It will be ready to go. So I just got to mix this out smooth. A little more soy. And a little more almond. Organic, so they say. Nah, too big. That's Jamaican pato for no. Nah. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this is the tool I like to use when I am making cornmeal porridge, and I put it in the pot. I think they took bacon out. Maybe my hubby did. But if anybody's going to do bacon, it's not me. This tastes nice. It does taste similar to banana fritters. But for some reason, it's on the crunchier side. The sugar gives it an added dimension, and also does the cinnamon. Next time I think I'll put a little more cinnamon in. Take you guys a little closer. So, I will keep stirring until the mixture starts getting thick. Yeah, that tastes good. It really does taste good. If you wanted to, you could use all-purpose flour. I used whole wheat flour. Yeah, in the beginning when you're making cornmeal porridge, or even when you're making ton cornmeal as we call it in Jamaica, my hubby makes that. He does a good ton cornmeal. I know, drop it in the comments and let me know if you think that polenta is similar to ton cornmeal. It is starting to get thick, so that's a good thing. But while it gets thick, what's happening is that the grains of the cornmeal, they are absorbing the liquid, so it is getting tighter. So at this point, I'm going to put some more water in there, because I don't want it too thick. Okay, that's good. And if you're going to add water, you got to add it on time, so that if you add it too late when it's too thick, then your porridge is going to get lumpy. I don't want to add any more water, so I'm going to add milk. And that's another thing cornmeal does. It bursts. It bubbles and bursts like volcano. Oh, don't do that to me. I want it to be rich. That's why I don't want to use any more water. I'm using the milk instead. Come on, don't do that to me. I'm trying to stop it from bubbling and bursting on me. And it will just burst and throw the milk up. A little cornmeal goes a long way. Goes a long way, my friends. Goes a long way. There's not much in this. I'm just going to pour everything that's left in it. But if I have to put anything else, I'm going to add water. That's enough milk. Now, I can feel how thick it is. I'm not trying to make ton cornmeal, and it's not, the grains are not yet cooked, so I have to put more liquid in it so it can be cooked properly. That should be good. So I guess when I'm done here, we're gonna have cornmeal porridge for today and tomorrow. Cornmeal grains are always absorbing water, always absorbing moisture. So I can make a porridge like this, and I put it down, and I go back after it's cool, and it would be thick. Okay, so now it's thick. It's all together. I'm not going to get any lumps or clumps or bumps. And so what I'm going to do is stop stirring. And I am going to turn this right down to low. And I am going to leave it to cook. I'll just put this sideways because I don't want it boiling over on the stove. I have decided that I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try the raspberry leaves. Now I have some in here already. That should be good enough. Never had it before, so I'm just kind of gauging it. And so, yeah. My water has boiled. I'm just going to pour it on. Okay, and then I am gonna let it steep, maybe for about 5 or 10 minutes. Let's check and see what's going on here. I can smell it. Ooh, it's a lovely color. Yeah, my little tea strainer here, it does let tea. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. What does it taste like? Let's see. Oh my goodness. To me, it has a little bitterish aftertaste, but when it hits my tongue, it tastes a bit sweet. I don't know if it's because I was just eating the banana cinnamon bites, but I can drink this, no problem. From the taste of it, it almost tastes like something that would be good for your liver, because anything that has a little bitterish taste to it is good for your liver. Bitter is better for your liver. Try some raspberry leaves tea, my friends. So I have my raspberry tea and toll, and I'm gonna go ahead and share some cornmeal porridge. I may just leave everybody to help themselves with the cornmeal porridge. I'll just leave the bowl there and let them help themselves. I'm just sharing mine now. But yeah, this is what the consistency looks like. That's how I like my cornmeal porridge. I don't like it thick like a pudding or thick like a ton cornmeal. As we say in Jamaica, turn cornmeal, ton cornmeal. Okay? That's more than enough porridge to last for everybody. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you again soon. I'll take 3 of them. There we go. And my porridge, I have a spoon around here. Ken, Paul, I have put some sugar in there. It's very light. Yeah. So if you guys want to put anything else in there, you can. Japon and Jadon, come and have your breakfast. Oh, brunch, dinner, past lunch.